R.I.C.H coming right back at you. Some lines you cross in beef, and some lines you never should. Hip-hop has always been aggressive. It's always been personal. But there used to be a code about the dead. And right now, that code is being tested. Listen, by now we all know how this started. 50 Cent posted Tiny. He went low. King Harris responded like a son defending his mother. That part is understandable. Emotionally, I get it. But then it went somewhere else. It went to a gravesite. It went to a dead woman.
You want to post my mama, and then y'all looking at me like, why I'm on TikTok live and nigga post my mama? So fuck it, we trolling. This ain't no streets. At this point, this ain't about the streets. Cause at this point, we just trolling. So if we trolling, your mama ain't getting gangster. We trolling. That's what we doing. Cause that's what he want to do. So if we gonna troll, yo.
Yeah. See, I don't need Snoop this low, but nigga talk about my motherfucking mama. Yeah. Stuck. I don't care how this shit go. You did? Huh? Yeah, how dare you talk about mamas? Yeah, your mama in the grave, yeah, dig her up, they put her under. By my mama, bitch, I'm on that, fuck the static, I want thunder. Then we ducking pressure, bitch, you ain't the only one with commas. Since you trolling, let's get petty, station shots, bitch, we ready. Yeah, I seen the black and white, you call the police, tell the business. You can talk that shit inside, but when you come outside, be ready. I don't know about what's gonna happen, but I know that karma dead. Tell Miss Jackson that I'm sorry, but I don't know why the fuck your son would even get me started. I asked God to visit hell, to stop the hell that Curtis started. I just changed it for my son, but since the jet, I've been cold-hearted. Raised the risk it for my mama, so this shit can't disregard it. Like my flow, bitch, I'm retarded. Tell the police that I'm capping, I'm just rapping, I'm an artist. Ain't the type to start no shit, but type to finish what they started. Keep it gangsta, kids and women, ain't supposed to be no targets. Bitch, I'm from that south, yeah, I ain't going not for nothing. Shot that boy 9 times, they should've shot him once right in his mouth. Nigga really mad, cause Diddy fucked the bitch that he was cuffing. She was touching on my pops, that shit on cam, look like she loved it.
Hey, Curtis, I encourage you to do a little research on my whole family, but you can start with me first. I know you're not familiar with a mother or a father. Maybe that's the reason easily you'll talk about them. Maybe that's the reason you be targeting the women. Let somebody try your mama.
Now let that sit for a second. That ain't 50 Cent in that grave. That's not a rapper. That's not a troll. That's a woman named Sabrina Jackson. A woman who died in a fire when her son was 8 years old. A woman who did not post Tiny. A woman who did not drop a diss track. A woman who cannot defend herself. And this is where it stops being entertainment. I've seen people say, when he started, I've seen people say, you can't tell somebody how to respond to disrespect. And all of that is true. You can't control how somebody else responds. But you can control what sits on your spirit after you do it. Two wrongs don't make a right. They make a cycle. And when cycles include dead parents, it gets heavier. I'm not defending 50's behavior toward Tiny. I ain't even pretending he ain't opened that door. But opening a door don't mean you have to burn the damn house down. There's a difference between going at a man and digging up his mama. And I'm watching a lot of people cheer this on.
Tiny, I would tell them to stop. Now, these children are growing up. They are young men now. These are not little boys. So you done came as somebody that they love, okay? The whole family. And my thing is that when it's enough is enough. And I hope 50 Cent know that he done all this. Everything that's being done and his mama being dragged on the internet and people talking about his mama and all this, because I never knew how 50 Cent mama looked. You done this. And I know 50 Cent seems like he don't have a heart. He's like a brick where his heart go. And I feel like at the end of the day, I know that this hurt for people to be talking about your mama like this, even living or dead. I don't care. You got some type of feelings, but enough is enough. These celebrities are just ratchet. It just don't make no sense. They're very juvenile, and 50 Cent be coming for any and everybody, and it needs to stop. You can't call out everybody and talk about people and the list goes on and on, the people that 50 Cent has picked with. And look like King, he met his match when it comes down to King.
She a gravesite. She a t-shirt with a dead woman's face on it. Cheering a diss track that's named after a woman who died in a violent death. And I'm asking y'all a simple question. Does that feel right to y'all? Not internet right, not retaliation right, spiritually right. Sabrina Jackson was reportedly drugged and left unconscious before her apartment was set on fire. That's not hip-hop lore. That's a human tragedy. And 50 Cent has said many times that losing his mother that way is what shaped him. It's the trauma that built the man you say you hate. So when you mock that trauma, what are you really mocking? Are you mocking a troll? Or are you mocking a child who lost his mother in a suspected homicide? This is where we have to be adults. Hip-hop can be brutal without being soulless. Now, let me slow this down and talk about her. Sabrina Jackson. Before she was 50 Cent's mom, she was a human being who walked this earth who had a son that loved her. She did not die of old age. She did not pass peacefully surrounded by family. She died in a fire that was suspected to be a homicide. Reports say she was drugged and left unconscious before the gas was turned on and the apartment was set ablaze. Think about that for a second. That's not a rap beef. That's trauma. And 50 was 8 years old. 8. Whatever you think about him today, he was a child then. A child who lost his mother in a violent way. That kind of loss don't leave you. It shapes you. It builds walls inside of you that most people will never understand. And he has said many times that losing his mama like that made him fearless. Not because he didn't feel pain, but because he had already felt the worst kind of pain. So when people laugh at her, print her face on a shirt, when people turn her name into a diss track, what are we really doing? Are we attacking a rapper? Or are we mocking a tragedy? I've seen people say he deserves it, but deserves what? Does a man's behavior today erase the fact that his mother died horribly in a homicide? Does disrespect cancel out humanity? This is where it gets spiritual for me. Because when you speak on the dead, you ain't just speaking on air. You are putting something into your own spirit. And maybe some of y'all don't believe in it. Maybe some people think it's just content. It's just beef. But it's something different about involving the grave. It's something different about involving somebody who can't respond. Sabrina Jackson did not choose this fight. She ain't post a photo of Tiny. She ain't respond to King Harris. She ain't even a player in this game. So why is she a target? That's the question I can't shake. Now we gotta talk about us. Not 50, not King, not T.I., us. Because this ain't just about who said what. It's about who's cheering it on. I seen the comments and I seen people telling me I must be tripping. I've seen people act like a dead woman can be fair game once her son posts a petty picture. And that's the part that bothers me. Because he started it as a child's argument. It's a playground response. It's not a grown man's compass. Yeah, 50 went low. He posted Tiny. He was trying to provoke T.I. But there's still a difference between going low and going to the grave. When you cross that line, you're not just retaliating. You're revealing something about yourself. You're revealing what you're willing to do when you get emotional. And emotion is not a license to lose your moral center. I understand King's anger. That's his mama. When you see your mama disrespected, something in you wants to burn everything down. And I get that. But part of becoming a man is learning that not every fire needs to be matched with gasoline. Sometimes the strongest move is to stop at the edge. Because when you involve the dead, you don't just win around. You lose a piece of yourself. And what scares me is how many people are clapping for it. How many people think it's funny. How many people think it's savage. What does that say about where we are right now? Hip-hop used to have rules, even in war. Mothers were off limits. Children were off limits. The dead was off limits. Now everything is content. Everything is a meme. Everything is a t-shirt. But when you log off, you still have to live with your spirit. You still got to sit by yourself with what you said. And I'm just being honest with y'all. I couldn't mock a dead woman and feel good about it. I couldn't wear a dead woman's face on my chest and call her to win. It just wouldn't sit right with me. And if it sits right with you, then that's your choice. But don't pretend it's just hip-hop, because it done got deeper than that. This ain't about defending 50. It's about defending a line. A line that says the dead deserve peace, even if the living don't. We can critique 50's trolling. We can call out his low blows. We can hold him accountable for his actions. But Sabrina Jackson should not be a punchline. She should not be a prop. She should not be used to go viral. She was a woman. She was a mother. And she died in a way no one would wish on their worst enemy. And it's sad that us in the black community still think this is something to do. If we can't draw the line there, then we done lost more than a beef. We lost our balance. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe. Establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.